of life itself, the sounds. The sounds of a vision quest. The sounds of a sacred circle. The sounds of the East, the West, the South, and the North. The sounds. The sounds of the vision quest. The sounds. The sounds. The sounds that embraces us. The sounds that enfolds us. The sounds that speaks to us. It's the sounds. The sounds from the mountains, the sounds from the valleys, the sounds from places far away that we talked about. In this space of sounds, sounds. Sounds of life that we share with each other. Through the reflections of life itself, we use sound. Sounds, what we say, that we use to reflect, to pray, to communicate. Still sounds. The sounds of the street, the sounds of the hood, sounds. Sounds that brings us together. Sounds that separates us. It sounds. The sounds of movements. The sounds of gathering. The sounds of harmony. It still sounds. The sounds that we may see and sounds we will never see. Sounds that we hear and sounds we will never hear, but it still sounds. We're in a sacred space. On one accord. The space is sacred. When one or two of us or three of us gather in the same space, it becomes sacred. When we reach into our higher selves, it remains sacred. And that's what you have done this afternoon. So I'm engaging in your sacred space. For me, it's been 3 hours. There was a choice that I made of being in your sacred space, our sacred space, for 3 hours. That is my sacred energy, is 3 hours. In this sacred space, we could do anything. We could change anything. I'm talking about this space. You can change anything with the powers that you hold. Miracles do take place, whether you know it or not. Destiny has arrived in this sacred space. Hold it, enrapture it, capture it, use it, and deliver it. Free it up. Release it to the world. The world needs you at this moment in time. There's a healing taking place right now. You have called it into being. You brought it forward. I watched you. I reflected on you. And I called the greater force of life within me to caress you, to love you, to hold you in this life space of energy and time. What a peace in this space. What a peace. A transformation. The connection. The healing that all of us bring to this space. You brought it in, and you could take it out. The world is waiting for you. You are connected for what you're looking for. You're already connected to a higher force greater than all of us. But when we unite and bond as one, what a spirit. Continue this healing that you started. A healing. A healing. The world is waiting for you. The greatest crimes ever committed against a people has been the crimes committed against my ancestors. I'm an African descendant of the transatlantic ocean of the slave trade. I'm an elder. It has been a Holocaust, but we call it a Holocaust. But in search for that greater force that we're all destined for and meant to be, that had to be a healing for me. I searched the world for it. I went out to the mountains, the valleys, in search of my path that I am destined to hold. It took time. One place, it took 20 years for me to reckon in the slave house, one of the most visited slave houses in the world. It's called a place called Goree Island. 20 years with the wailing, to bring about peace. In my life, it starts with you. And when you see it, it's no conversation. And when you feel it, it's no conversation. It happens. We all have had experiences. All of us. But what do you do with it after you have experienced it? You call it life forces that we all have encountered. All of us. If you're on the sacred path of life, you will experience it. A day may be 1 trillion years. A moment may be millions of years. It may be a lifetime for you to reckon with it and to deal with it and begin the healing. The healing. And to stay on the sacred path of life. What I would say to you, most of you in the room, is much younger than I am. I will not leave you with my destiny, because I'm destined. And so are you. But what I will leave all of you with, in this healing circle, that's what it is. And it's beautiful. That's the reason why I talked about the sounds of it. I heard you. I felt you. I was able to see you. I rocked you. I loved you. I enjoyed you. I was leaping for your divine intervention and your divine light. I will say to all of you, stay on the sacred path of life and continue such a sacred and beautiful journey that you're on. You have bond as one. You are one. Stay on that sacred path. And I love you as the Queen Mother. And I love you as one of you. Stay on the sacred path and bring the world to your experiences. Stay on it and bring the world with you. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Blessing.